Hello. We will be continuing with refraction today. In previous video, we have studied about reflection and various terminologies various terminologies related to reflection. Now we will be studying refraction. Now, um, as we know that the speed of light in air is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, right? And in water it is a bit less, that is 2.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And in glass it is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So now by this we can say this glass is optically denser than air, and and glass is optically denser than water also, and air is optically rarer both from both glass and water, right? So as we can see about like 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second in air, and then in glass it is less, and then in glass it is the least, and then in water it is less, right? So um, so why do you think it is affecting the speed of light? Because when in speed of light in a medium is said to be denser if the speed of light decreases in it. Okay, so in there is, but in no medium like there is air, then it is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. But whenever it travels other than air, the speed decreases, right? So as we know that we have already talked about that light travels in straight line in a medium, but when the ray of light traveling from one transparent medium falls obliquely, like we have been trying when the rays were straight, right? The rays when falling straight. We talked about point source and everything, and rectilinear propagation of light. But when a ray of light is traveling in a medium in an oblique manner, then what happens? The ray of light travels in a different direction from the initial path when it travels in another medium from one medium. So a change in direction of path when it travels from one medium to another is known as refraction of light. Okay, so it can be also say the change in direction of path of light when it passes from one optically transparent medium to another optically transparent medium. It's called refraction of light. Now I will be showing you something. Like here you can see. Okay, right? So in this is air. So in air, this is when we are showing a straight line with an arrow, we are denoting a ray of light. Okay, so you can see this ray of light when it's traveling from air, optically rarer medium to a denser medium, water or glass. You are saying there is bending of the ray of light, right? So this is the initial path, but the initial direction of the path, and it is changing and it is bending, right? And it is bending towards the normal. So this what happens when a ray of light is going from rarer to denser medium. Okay, but the opposite is happening when it is traveling from denser to rarer medium, right? You can see the path of the ray of light from glass or water. This is the normal, and from here it is again bending away from the normal, right? So this is what happens, and this is the initial direction of the ray of light. Okay, so you are seeing what is happening when it is bending away from the normal or when it is bending towards the normal. So now when a ray of light is falling normally on it, it passes it passes completely in a straight line from medium 1 to medium 2, undeviated, right? So it also happens when if there is same refractive index. Refractive index we will talking about means if it is optically densities of both mediums are equal, then also the ray of light will pass undeviated. Okay. Okay. So we will be talking about some terminologies related to refraction of light. So now here you can see this is where you're talking, this is the incident ray and this is the refracted ray. Okay, because there is refraction, there is bending already, it is a refracted ray. Now you can see this is normal, and the angle and this is the incident ray falling on a okay, so what is the incident ray? The incident ray is some ray of light falling on the surface separating the two media, right? Now what is the refracted ray? The refracted ray is a ray of light traveling in another medium in the changed direction. Okay, so now what is the normal? The normal is a perpendicular drawn on the surface separating the media at the point where the incident ray strikes. Okay, that is at the point of incidence. So you can see this is the point of incidence, and where it strikes, it is a perpendicular drawn at the surface separating the two media, right? Is it clear? Okay, now what is the angle of incidence? The angle of incidence is the angle made by the incident ray with the normal, and the angle of reflection is angle of refraction is angle made by refraction with the normal, right? So the angle between the refracted ray and the normal both are denoted by I and R respectively. So you can see how it is traveling from a rarer medium to a denser medium, how there is a bending towards normal and how there is a bending away from normal. You can see that very clearly. Now we are coming to Snell's law, or it is the laws of refraction, that the incident ray, the incident ray, the normal, and the refracted ray all lie in the same plane. Okay, they are always in the same plane. Means suppose if this is the plane, if the incident ray is coming horizontally, it will the refracted ray will also be leaving horizontally. Okay, if it is coming vertically, then it will be going vertically. So it is the same plane, right? And now again, the thing is, for a given pair of media and given color of light, color of light is denoted by wavelength, and the ratio of, then what is the ratio of sine of angle of refraction is the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the angle of refraction is constant and is denoted by mu. Okay, so this is known as refractive index. Okay, so this is mu is also known as refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. So this is very important. It is a refractive medium of the second medium with respect to the first medium. So we can see it, mu is also denoted by speed of light in first medium divided in the ratio of speed of light in second medium, right? So we can see mu's value coming to 4/3 when we have put the values 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second by 2.25 meter per second. Okay, so the refractive index of what medium, which is the second medium, the refractive index of water with respect to air is 1.33, right? So again, if you put here glass 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, it is coming to 1.5. So that would be the refractive index of glass with respect to air, right? Okay, and now we have to remember the refractive index of air is always 1. Okay, no medium can have refractive index less than 1. So these were some things. We will be talking about the effects of refraction in the next video. Okay, so this is, I hope you understand the whole thing.